Hello, rail friends. Thanks for being with Casey and I. Just got here. Our train 371's coming across state line, heading south. Our locomotive, the Florida East Coast Locomotive that we are chasing, is second up front, nose forward. So, y'all sit tight, keep an eye. Wanted to get the cam up so we wouldn't miss him. Let me get a couple more things ready and we'll be set to go. Hey everybody, thanks for jumping on. I'll be on with you here in just a moment. Just trying to get everything good to go. 29F has passed and 371 apparently is cleared behind him and is coming south. He has passed the 25.0 defect detector, coming southbound from state line. So we got two more things to do real quick, but we are ready. He's not going to get past us. Saw him at 5:09 in Chattanooga, and it's taken us close to 2 hours to get here by the time we got through the traffic. So, scanner's on. Let's see what's going on. Let me get last couple things up, and I'll be on with y'all. So, Florida East Coast unit, right here, he'll be second up front, nose forward. So the two front locomotives are elephant style. So we're going to get a surprise here in just a little bit. Kind of cool to see Florida come to North Georgia. ain't right. You got snow in Kentucky, do you? Keep it there. I had enough of it when I was up in Virginia. That'll last me till I'm not sure when. Here, let's go this way so you don't have that glaring in your eyes, y'all. Let me catch you up real quick. Hey, Joe. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Eugene. Hey, Ain't Right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for jumping on with us. Just a real quick setup because we don't have long. 5:09, we saw the Florida East Coast unit go by the TVRM cam up by my office. So, thinking, oh, gee, that would be really cool and kind of neat. Let's go ahead and catch it real fast. Maybe we might get lucky enough that 1776 coming up from the Armed Forces unit for CSX coming up north, we might get lucky and they just happen to be in Dalton at the same time. Well, traffic was horrendous. That's probably an underestimate. And what normally would take me max an hour is taking almost 2 hours to get from there to here. So we didn't beat 29F, but our train 371 broke the 25 defect detector just a little while ago. As you know, we're at the 40. I haven't had a chance to check the CSX lights real quick, but I thought, how cool if we could figure out, and when I started this project, it was like, oh, we'll just run on down to Dalton, because light's going to probably be gone before I can get to Varnell, and let's just, hey, a piece of Florida comes to North Georgia. Well, I had no idea what this project was going to turn into, so we have consequently rushed to Dalton at a snail's pace, and we now have the camera up. We've got the scanner on. I'm here, you're here. We're trackside, got one set of lights up. And we are ready for train 371 with the Florida East Coast unit, number 2 up front. This weekend, we talked a little bit about it on the live, if I remember right, that he was floating around up in the rail yard at DeBugs. And he'd probably be going out pretty soon, just like the Spectre unit from Pennsylvania that we saw. We actually caught him, what was that, Sunday? Yeah, yesterday. So, 371 with the Florida East Coast unit. Going to come your way. Thought it'd just be fun. Like I said, just come on out, share it all with you. Cody, if you're on, I'm sorry I didn't make the Christmas tree lighting at the depot last night in Tunnel Hill. But let's figure out a couple other options that maybe we can do. And once I find out where the tree is and what have you, maybe we can catch a couple CSX trains with that tree and you in it. So, anyhow, I got one more thing to do here real quick. And then we will be ready to roll for our Florida unit come to North Georgia. Warren, thanks for all the info. Warren was keeping an eye on it up at Long. He has a northbound on track 2 that was holding there. So it let 29F and our train 371 come through. So let's get ready for our train. I'll catch up with y'all here on the comments. And he will be coming from left to right, as he is a southbound. Got some chatter there on the channel. Well, everybody. Hey, Tony. I see you just had some action go through Cowan. Just checked over on the far side on the CSX tower, and they are red. So thinking that our next train would be 371, I do have horn from the south. So not sure if we got something coming up that's going to be holding and 371 coming south. Don't know. We'll have to see. Haven't heard a word on the scanner. We are here in a CSX yard. There is a diamond where CSX crosses over. Norfolk Southern here, for those of you that are new with us. CSX does control the, we'll just call it the intersection, or call it the diamond on, it's not first come, first serve, but CSX grants who's next through. So let's kind of sit back, and they could be letting our 371 through. CSX could have something that's coming up holding. We'll just have to see. So y'all get ready. Oh, now we got northbound horn. Well, not my best work ever, but hey, we caught him. Jonathan, if you happen to watch this, there's some sighting cars for you. Those are over on the CSX sighting. Yeah, that's a little better. I'm going to start that back over, because we're going to hang on for a moment and see if that horn that we heard happens to be maybe a northbound CSX, because we are expecting 1776 Armed Forces CSX unit special interest locomotive coming north tonight. And Tony's got a double heritage that just came through Collin coming south. So lots of stuff going on back and forth. As we take a look at the cars over on the siding. Here on our chilly night, but not bad yet. Gonna be into the low 20s tonight. Chuck's gonna just love that temperature while he takes care of the place while I'm gone. Thanks, Chuck and Joe. So, there's another horn blast to the south. Let me walk down here at the end of the porch and see if there's a green signal indication on the CSX board. Yes, it is a CSX train. So let's get ready for that. All right. So we do have green signal indication, although you can't see it from here, but there's the signal tower for CSX northbound. And you hear what I hear. He get the double blast, so he's a startup. And we have gates and we have lights. And as you all say so many times, glowing. everybody. Thanks for being on. Wow. Had no idea 1776 was that close. The last I heard, he was working Cartersville and thought he'd be another couple hours. It hasn't been any postings, and boom! Florida East Coast that way, 1776. Armed Forces Tribute Locomotive for CSX going north. Now there's some other things I need to get caught up on here real quick. Good night, Tony. Sleep well. Don't be late for work. I know you do that 3, 4 a.m. thing. IO-25's coming south. Got a double heritage on it. Tony saw that. It is now currently passing through Bridgeport, according to Tony. And Cody, if you're on, 1776 should be there any minute up in Tunnel Hill with y'all, then on up to Ringgold RAR. But hey, give me a minute to catch up with Warren here, y'all, and I'll be right back. Then I'll check the signals, and then we'll decide if we're staying or time to go home and have dinner and see Mrs. S. So y'all don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm going to stay for this southbound because I only came down to get the Florida since I got the 2, and it's wasn't playing late. So we'll catch your southbound coming. I used to tell him, got the southbound coming. And when he's done, I'm done. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. Hey everybody, how cool was that? How many times have we discussed rail fannings like buying Cracker Jacks? You know there's a surprise in the box. You just don't know how deep it is or what it is. And we didn't expect that train for another hour, 2 hours, because we thought he was going to be stuck in Cartersville working for a while. And boom, there he was. So Florida this way, 1776 that way. And we have another train that's already crossed the 25.0. We're at the 40. It's a southbound NS train. So we are going to hang for one more. Since we got a double action-packed, exciting event going on, let's go ahead and get the other. Like I said, we missed 29F. I had a small technical malfunction, but hey, we made up for it. And so that's pretty cool. I'll see if anybody's got any questions. A special thanks for Warren, or to Warren, for all his help on keeping track of what was coming and keeping track of 371 for me. Brian, same thing to you. Thank you very, very much. And I'll be back all here in a moment. We do have another southbound coming, so shouldn't be long on him. And let's see, we got some Christmas decorations tonight. That's going to be CSX. dokie, bye.
CSXT Jackson Lansing.
And from Christmas lights back to trackside. Here, let's get focused in a tad. Sometimes it's a little harder than I would like it to be. All right, everybody. Again, sorry for all the rushed production tonight. Like I said, it almost 2 hours from Chattanooga to here, which is, I don't know, 25 miles from my office to here. And like I said, we missed 29F. We got 371. Picked up 1776 as a bonus. Have another southbound coming at us before we conclude tonight. I just want to give a special shout out to a dear friend of ours. All of y'all know, a lot of you that are on know Brian. Train Nut 85. Train Nut 85. We communicated all weekend long. He spent 3 days going up and down the CNO and TP and kept me apprised of some of the stuff coming, and I kept him apprised of a little bit going, but he did most of the work. But he spent 3 days. He started some of that production that he's posted for you. So when you get a moment, check out Brian's channel. He hangs out with Jesse and I quite a bit with our group and Warren and everybody, and see what all that he saw this weekend. Plus, if you haven't looked back yet this weekend, we caught the Virginian coming across the Tennessee River on 10 Bridge on the CNO and TP South Sub. So there's all kinds of things. And Friday, let's see, Saturday night's Christmas train video. I was excited doing it. I was even more excited when I got to look at it because I was a little uncertain how all the Christmas lights and all the rail cars and everything that were all decorated up, entire rail cars end to end, the yard, the grounds, the station, everything in Christmas. And the two guys throw the ball back and forth, never drop it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But check out Christmas and TVRM. What an incredible place. And we saw the Polar Express coming and going on the half hour. They had two of them running, 175 and 180. Ryan gives you all a great big huge wave and a hello in them. The dinner train, saw it go out. Saw the 710 all decorated for Christmas. So it was pretty good. It was just awesome, as a matter of fact. Casey's working on another great production that we did together when we went to Virginia, and he brought the drone. And I'm not going to steal any of the surprises, but boy, when he releases that, you know, first off, it's not about the train, it's about what that stands for, and CSX, what all they did for the community up there, and all that. It's just, you know, it's not a train, it's a tradition that has a train in it. But and we hope that we were able to portray that in Casey's surprise coming up. If you haven't seen our most recent podcast, please do. Casey really put a lot of work into it. And it's 29 places that you could go that we've been, complete with what 3 words, from a weed whacker site, and for those of you that know me and have been trackside with me, weed carry. A trackside weed whacker for exactly that purpose. Sometimes we got to cut the bushes and the trees and what have you out of the way so you can see. So there's a list of 29 that we counted down, starting with the weed whackers all the way up to the luxury. And of course, this is luxury. You've got, I don't know, 300, 400 feet. Well, let's see. They've got disco, and those are 99. So there's 200 feet. So 250 feet of decking, lighting, beautifully restored terminal right here in Dalton. So it's one of the 29 on the list, but hey, check out the other 28. And Casey has an example of some of the trains that we've seen at the different ones. So I'm going to walk down and check the signals. Our next one should be our southbound. Thanks again to Warren for spotting for us tonight, where it did cross the 25-0. We heard that on the scanner. So before we do go see you, Mrs. S, I will be home, get those Christmas decorations down like you asked. Thanks for letting me run down to hang out with everybody. I love you, Mrs. S. And like I said, thank you very much for being understanding that I ran out on getting the Christmas decorations to catch this train so I can be with everybody tonight. But I promise I'll be back up and I'll help. So I'm going to go check the signals facing northbound. Y'all listen for that southbound coming. Like I said, we know we passed the 25-0. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got anything exciting to catch us up on? Please do. Jonathan, yes? When you jump on, that is, or those are CSX cars sitting over on their siding. And we are going to get one more train tonight, and then we will be seeing you at the next crossing. And like I said, we know he's close because he already crossed the 25-0. We're at the 40. If we don't see him right away, it's because something else is going to get in front of him that CSX is cleared. We did hear CSX dispatch come on, but we didn't hear his transmission. So I'm going to check the northbound signals. I'll be right back. right, reporting back. All of our signal indications for both CSX on the WNA sub. And if anyone is new with us tonight, the WNA sub, we're at the 99.0. We're at Junction Point Hare. That is the signal tower right there for CSX northbound. The CSX northbound track is right there and comes on over and crosses the diamond right over here, and then crosses over and is on this side of NS. And looking at the tracks here in front of us, the second one that you see is the NS main line, the one with the blue on, right? Yeah, there's some blue on it there somewhere. Now we got some blue over here. Okay, right there. That one, which is our high track or highest elevation track, if you can tell that there in the picture. That is the Atlanta North District track line. From obviously Atlanta on up to Chattanooga and all points beyond. And they can, once this NS, once they go past here, up to Varnell, Cohutta, junction point called Long, Ottawa, there at Bootleggers Crossing, where we are many times, and then on up past TVRM, and then westbound into Chattanooga, or when they get to Sitico, they can go north up to Cincinnati on the CNO and TP. And on the WNA, which is the CSX line here, he runs down from Kennesaw all the way up to Waxahachie. And at Cartersville, it connects with the K&A, so they can go north there. They're coming up out of Atlanta, or come up to us and continue north, go to Waxahachie on the other side of Chattanooga, and then on up to Nashville. So, we are looking for our southbounder. Everything facing north is currently red, so we want to try and get him in the bag before we call this a night and make it a wrap. So, if you hang out, I'm going to hang out. And like I said, we know he crossed the 25-0. We're just not sure where he is at the moment. I just sent in Casey a note on 1776. The spirit of our armed forces, that is the first time for Casey and I to film it, and the first time for me to see it. So that was a special surprise for me. That made the night and what it stands for. So a special thank you to all those who have served or are serving for our country. Thank you from Casey and I know all of you. So For those of you watching from wherever, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's the old Manly Jail Works right there, where they used to make stuff for the jails. Rumor has it, we keep hearing it's going to be a nice restaurant, but so far, and nothing in there to eat yet, or at least nothing in there you want to eat. Now you can have Christmas on the left, Manly Jail Works on the right. Hey, good job, Cody. Glad you got to see it. I hope that you heard it was coming your way from us. Hope you got some great pictures. Especially with the Christmas tree there in the background that you all lit last night down at the depot in Tunnel Hill. Hello, Jonathan. How are you tonight, sir? We are waiting on one more southbound that Warren reported. Heard him go across the 25-0. Not sure where they've got him hiding. All our northbound indications are red at this time, giving him the opportunity to roll south. So we're going to listen for a little bit. We are going to be winding down, though, shortly. I promised Mrs. S to get Christmas decorations down, and I haven't done dinner yet. It took me 2 hours almost to get from Chattanooga to here, and I'm really excited we managed to catch the Florida unit. Didn't think that would happen. And I'm equally excited to catch 1776, see it for the first time and think about what it stands for and be able to put it on film for you guys. Because, like I said, that's a first for Casey and I in over 2 years. I don't know about y'all, but I can't open emails fast enough to read about all of today's specials and how much money I can spend if I just click, click, click. That'd be a lot of clicking for all the emails I got today. I can't tell you how many. Oh, this would interest you. Get a discount on that. And stuff I don't think I've ever used in my life, let alone buy today, just because it's Cyber Monday. But hey, I hope you all got the specials you wanted today. Thanks everybody for jumping on. Like I said, we are expecting one more southbound before we finish this. We know Cody's back in from trackside. Anybody else trackside? It is very, very quiet here tonight, so I'm listening closely for our southbounder. That orange spotted for us. Dropped the scanner so many times in the last 2 days. Sometimes I wonder if it's working. Anybody got any questions? Feel free, shout them out. Like I said, we are waiting our last one of the night for our production here. And like I said, if you play disc golf, there's the white one. The yellow one's down here in front of us. Sherman's neckties, where he tore up the rails, bent them to render the rail lines useless to get reinforcements back during the Civil War. And the old freight depot here that's been restored. That's also the Welcoming Center in downtown Dalton. And there at the far end is the Crescent from the old Southern line, the Crescent Pullman car. Used to ride the rails through Chattanooga down to New Orleans and back up north. Oh, by the way, did y'all see the new Heritage locomotive yet from NS? They did an incredible job with it. Okay, I'm back. I had to, but it ended up being, as you know, they did voting and what have you, and what was going to be the next. There was 4 lines, and one of the 4 was going to have the next Heritage locomotive for NS, for Norfolk Southern, and it ended up being the tagline, Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. How cool is that? And for those of you familiar with, if you haven't seen the picture, check out the press releases. There's some pictures floating around. But if you've been at Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, it looks just like Tag 80. So, but it looks really, really good at the pictures I saw today. So that's pretty exciting. And that's all I know for news for the day. It's been a hectic day back after 4 days off, trying to get caught up. But I'm glad y'all came out tonight. We're going to be 23 degrees here, they're telling us. And I think they're right because it's already started. I'm going to check our northbound signals one more time. Since our southbound hasn't come through, I can't imagine what else would be holding him up. Oh, there's a little bit of chatter. sure what he said, but there was chatter. That's always a good indication. Well, everybody, I'm back from my trip all the way down there. And I just figured out why. Let me get you readjusted there just a tad. I just figured out why we haven't seen our southbound. Because we have a northbound. So let's get to it. one. Two gray. Well, everybody, I wonder what the conductor would say if the engineer said, hey, hop off and run back there and uncouple us at the black one. Yeah, there's only 2 cars on there that weren't black. So, that's our last one for the night, but it's not goodbye. See you at the next crossing. Tomorrow night's Tuesday. Hopefully we'll be back down here for a little while. Going to be colder tomorrow night than it is tonight, so we'll try and get down here a little early. Rather than 2 hours worth of traffic, we'll try and leave up there a little bit before 5 so we can get started down here in the daylight. So, from Casey and I, to all of you, thanks for being with Rail Moments tonight. Make sure you check out our Santa train and our Holiday Express train and the Virginian over the weekend and Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, all under the live categories. The Tennessee Valley, if you want to get in the Christmas spirit, all those trains coming and going in the yard at TVRM are all decorated up. It is beautiful. And I was very, very happy with the level of clarity that the trains came out with on the night films there. So we was there up till 7:15 or so. So, see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Thanks again. Have a good night.